Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 27 of Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5. We are doing... well, we will be doing the Pan American Championship. And we're going to change our car so we're in... oh no, we're already in it. Okay. Yes, I tried to record this earlier today and there was some slight technical issues that I was having. I just changed some of the settings out on my system and it's working now on the PS5 itself, which is weird because when I recorded the test footage yesterday, it was completely fine and it was not having any issues. So, yay, HDR is really fun to deal with. And the thing is, I also record some Sackboy Big Adventure, which is a game that's going to come out on the channel at some point in the future. And that was not having any of the issues that was just happening. Basically, the screen was going black. But only for like a second or so. But it wasn't affecting the capture window, which was very, very weird. I did actually have that issue with Sackboy, ironically enough. Not in HDR, but I did have that problem with Sackboy on the PS5. Like either the first or second episode in. I think it probably would have been the second episode in, because I did it, and then the weird thing is that I just like came back later in the day, and it was not having any issues. Whereas I did it for this and it was doing the same thing. Yeah, that's very weird. The other thing about HDR is, yay, it takes a very long time to render. That bonus video, that bonus video was 9 minutes long, as you know. It took 2 hours, and that's with a pretty beefy graphics card. The thing is, I've rendered 4K before, as you know. I mean, they were technically not 4K. The videos weren't actually captured in 4K, but you know, it was 4K essentially upscaled for YouTube, so it gives you better quality of image for the first, you know, series of the game. Out the way. Oh God, I did not want to ram him like that, but it just sort of happened like that. But yeah, the 4K on that it rendered really quickly. So I think the issue with rendering is actually, it's not really an issue. It just means I'm gonna have to render all the videos like overnight or whatever, or when I'm not busy doing anything. Yeah, it was literally just like, I think it's like the HDR that causes the problem, the quote unquote problem. Bear in mind, if you did not see the bonus video earlier in the week and you want to know how to activate the HDR, you want to see what the game really looks like, then what you need to do is, on YouTube, there will be in the right hand corner, or it should be in the right hand corner, it is at the time of recording, but you know how YouTube likes to mess things around. So on the right hand corner, you will see a little cog, bottom right hand corner I should say, and if you press that, you'll have, like, there'll be an option to change the resolution, and once you do that, if you set it to the maximum, assuming you have a HDR capable display, you'll see it in HDR. And if you watch it, if you have a because it's possible to have a 4K display that doesn't have HDR, because I had one. My secondary monitor, it does 4K, it doesn't support HDR or anything. You can watch the video in 4K if you don't have HDR, but you essentially... oh God, I'm getting pit maneuvered. I think I was getting pit maneuvered. I couldn't really tell what was happening there, and I was just grinding against the wall. That, or I was like, I hit that corner at a really weird angle, and it sort of made the car bump up. Right out the way, Corvette. Yeah, because this is at a slight strange angle, isn't it? The other thing is that the PS4 supports HDR as well. Or at least it says so on the box. So that will be that'd be very weird when I do some of the when I go back and go through some of the PS4 games that I have as well. For example, God of War is one that I did on the. You'll eventually see it. I got halfway through and then I just sort of have not recorded any of it since, which is kind of... I wish I hadn't done that. I want to go back and do it, but it's just I've got so much other stuff to record at the same time. Maybe I'll go and do some more. The problem was I got to a section where I was just confused on where to go. Maybe I will go back and start playing again though. What, like, it went to like a thing where it's like, oh, go up here, and then I fought this enemy, and then it's like, get your reward, and then I didn't know how to get the reward. But that wasn't even the way I was supposed to go, I don't think. But there's only like 50 episodes of it, so yeah. That's going to be a long Let's Play. Tell you what's also going to be a long Let's Play, GTA San Andreas and GTA 4. They'll be coming out, well, GTA 4 will be coming out first, and San Andreas. I can tell you what, like, you know, some of the stuff that's done. Because here's the thing, obviously some of that stuff was done for the old Insane Gamers channel, and it was just, you know, all being kind of done out of order. I mean, you're going to be seeing, I believe, Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures this week, and Amnesia the Dark Descent. That was Reedy's Let's Play. We've just finished Watch Dogs. You can skip this. Whatever I did, I think I fixed it, because it hasn't done the black screen this entire race. I mean, I know you're seeing occasionally that little black screen, but that's meant to happen. There's 3 races in this? Okay. We are definitely completing this championship then, aren't we? My only other issue with this, with the 4K HDR, when I'm editing it, is that, like, I've had 4K footage in there before that's like off other things. Not game footage, obviously, but I've had 4K footage in my editing program before that I've edited. You know, like Blu-rays and stuff. Blu-ray rips, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, Blu-ray. Well, to be fair, I own them, so yeah. I technically, well, kind of not, but you know what I mean. I've had those on there, and I've been able to go through the editing thing and just it's been completely fine. And then, but I assume I did something wrong with the HD, because they are Ultra HD Blu-rays are like HDR encoded. But yeah, it's just maybe it's just something weird with like whatever codec OBS uses to do HDR, because I know it's not the greatest. It's obviously kind of like not unlicensed, you know what I mean? It's like a royalty-free codec, I believe. Obviously, you don't have to pay for OBS. Right. In 11th, let's get past this Corvette and then past this Camaro. Oh my god! Well, that was, yeah. Let's actually pay attention to the track next time, Rob. That's a great idea. Don't just try and cut the chicane. Yeah, that was completely unintentional. I was not paying attention, I was just having a conversation. It's weird, because we literally just did this track like an episode or 2 ago. I just forgot that chicane was there. To be fair, I was doing it in the Ford GT when I was not in first person, wasn't I? I only did first person for the last lap. But yeah, I was just so focused on driving straight ahead there. I was like, ugh. But yeah, when I was trying to edit in Magix Vegas in 4K HDR, like the previous video, it was really like the frame counter was not great, so I couldn't really do my syncing, which was kind of an issue. So what I worked out is a brilliant idea, because I know you can do this in Vegas, and I assume you can do it in Premiere and a bunch of other video editing programs. But what I did is I converted it down to, well, I converted it down to an SD file, which obviously is standard definition. So 480p. Because at least then I know I'm not going to have any, you know, issues playing it back. I mean, I never had any issues playing back the 1080p files, but you know, it makes a little bit more sense to do SD, because then I've got a little bit more overhead, I guess, for other things I can do on the computer at the same time if I need to. Anyway, do that, and then I go into the settings thing, and then I just, before I render, I edit the video, and then at the end, just before I hit render, I go into the thing, replace the file with my actual 4K version, and then hit render, and it works out well. Right. Well, now second lap, and we're almost in first position. Like, at least the last one made sense why there were so many. I mean, hit the brakes a bit late there. But I managed to get around it. And I didn't check if... I wanted to check in the last episode if there was... Not the bonus one, but like the one before. I wanted to see if the new Ford GT was in the game, didn't I? Or was that in the bonus? I genuinely can't remember now. And I just did what I did in the Ford GT and overshot that corner. Not the greatest corner. I also just started recording some Need for Speed Pro Street, which is not a game that I'm a big... I was not a big fan of that game back on PS2 when I first played it, but that was the PS2. And obviously, by that point, the 360 was the third Need for Speed on the 360, and it was the second Need for Speed on the PS3. So maybe the PS2 version was not exactly the best system to test that game on back in the day, but it was all I had at the time. But yeah, I was not really a big fan of it. I don't know. I think it was mainly because it's a bit weird playing Gran Turismo like this, because what I'm about to say. But like, obviously, I think with like Need for Speed, you had the whole. I think it was with it being track based, like Gran Turismo here. Which is a bit weird, obviously a weird thing to say, but what I mean by that is like, I never originally played Hot Pursuit 2 back in the day, but I did eventually end up getting it. But yeah, that was, you know, technically street racing. Then you had obviously Underground and Underground 2, which I had, and Most Wanted and Carbon, which I also obviously had, because Most Wanted was my first Need for Speed. And then, yeah, I always just took Need for Speed as like street racing, and then here comes EA with a, you know, track-based Need for Speed. And then of course they did Shift, which is more like Gran Turismo and Forza. In fact, Shift is the reason I got my 360, because I had Undercover on PS2, which, you know, I was a kid, I didn't really understand, like, I was... The PS2 version and the Wii version of Undercover is a completely different game than the... I mean, maybe Pro Street is as well, I don't know, but, like, definitely back in the day, the Undercover on PS2 and Wii was a lot different than the PS3 and 360 versions. So that would be all new to me when I get around to playing that. But yeah, you know, I was just a sort of dumb kid. I didn't really. I just thought it would be like a graphical thing compared to it. But no, it's a completely different city and all that Undercover had. But anyway, yeah. So that was the reason I got my Xbox 360. It was Need for Speed Shift not coming out on PS2. And then the funny thing is, I never even got Shift with my 360 because it came with Forza Motorsport 3. So that was kind of funny. Speaking of Forza, actually, because I'm actually selling a couple of games. I say a couple. I'm selling my old capture card, my old microphone, a couple of games. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of games that I'm going to try and get along with it, but I'm just sort of thinking, like, I've never actually, but being a big fan of Forza, I've never actually done, like, because obviously I like this, and I like Gran Turismo, I like Forza, but for all of that, I've never really played Forza Motorsport 6 or 7. And obviously I know the new one is supposed to be that. I mean, it's presumably, hopefully it's out by the time this video comes out. Christ. I mean, you're going to be seeing the Forza Horizon 5 videos, right? Soon. And towards the end of that, I mean, I'm giving you a warning now that obviously they were recorded ages ago. They were recorded when the game was first new, right? That's how long ago they were done, right? But yeah, Forza Horizon 5, towards the end, you'll hear me talk. Well, specifically, you'll hear me talking about like, oh, I'm getting a PS5 and I'm getting Gran Turismo 7 and all that. Obviously, that was when that was done. And the other thing is that you'll hear me like be really excited for like Forza Motorsport 8. You're like, oh, it's coming out in a couple of weeks. No, it completely missed that release date. I mean, it's still not out now. At the time of recording, I'm recording this in right at the end of May 2023. I mean, you'll be seeing this, I believe, in November. Kind of cut that corner there, but whatever. So yeah, hopefully it'll be out. But honestly, end of May, they said it was coming out spring, and they haven't shown any footage of it. It's just kind of, Microsoft is really doing really coolly with like Xbox Series X exclusives. And the thing is, like, this is going to sound kind of awful, but like, there's a couple. I mean, there's a lot of PlayStation. Oh, there we go. We've got a 4-star roulette ticket, but we're going to presumably get another roulette ticket for actually completing the championship. But yeah, this is going to sound like hearsay to PlayStation fans, but there's PlayStation exclusives that don't interest me. There's obviously a lot that do. God of War, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank. Those Sackboy. I mean, like I said earlier on, I'm playing that. They, effectively Little Big Planet there. A lot of them I do want to play, but have we actually done this track before? I don't recall. Out the way, Corvette. Like, I always thought I was like more of an Xbox exclusive person, like. And yet, when I think of it, the only Xbox exclusives that I was really into were God of War, Gears of War, which there hasn't been one of those in a bit. Halo. Why did I say Halo like that? Halo. Which Halo Infinite was not particularly great. I mean, I was really excited for the multiplayer on that, and then just sort of. I mean, I completed the campaign, and it was. I enjoyed it while I was doing the Let's Play, but it's alright. That's all I'm going to say for Halo Infinite. And then Forza, which I haven't played in ages because I finished Horizon 5. Nothing more to do there campaign-wise. And Motorsport 8 hasn't come out yet. I mean, let's put it this way. Like, I've let my Xbox Live subscription, my Xbox Game Pass subscription lapse, which is kind of shocking. But yeah, honestly, I've let that happen. And maybe I'll let my PlayStation Plus subscription expire at the end of the year or whatever. But I probably won't, and I'll probably, at least, even if I'm not staying on premium, I'll at least go down to extra. Funny thing is, I think my Switch online is renewed, and I hardly play that thing as well. But that's so cheap that it doesn't really bother me. But I think when like Motorsport 8 comes out, I mean that's the other thing with Motorsport. I mean I'm gonna have to like cloud game it as well. That's the kind of awkward thing because I do not have a Series X. I mean that is a nice thing that Microsoft do. You don't need the next gen console. You can't just cloud game it. Or I could just play if I had game because I had Game Pass Ultimate. You could do it on PC if I need to, but. But yeah, that might be some. I mean, we'll see how it is. See when it comes out. Come on and get out of the way, buddy. 5 laps on this track as well. Oh god, I completely screwed over on that corner. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I completely screwed myself over there. I did not brake hard enough. Don't ask me how I did that. Oh yeah, it was Pro Street as well, yeah. I wanted to, the reason I was bringing up Pro Street is actually because it has big Willow Springs. I always called it Big Willow. That's actually the name of the track, isn't it? Yeah, Willow Springs is on it. I've not raced around it yet, but yeah, that'll be something. Do. Right, let's actually not mess up on like it wasn't this corner, it was the next sharp one, wasn't it? The one that's well, I messed up on this corner anyway, but not as badly as I did last time. So I'm okay with that. I am really confused on how the hell the capture card didn't like how I was having issues with that black screen when I wasn't yesterday though, when I was doing the test footage. Like, but then again, like I said, even without HDR, the PS5 was a bit finicky when I did Sackboy one. Very weird. It was like it, but that was also through the Elgato HD 60, but then obviously that wasn't even 4K either, so yeah, that's just absolutely bizarre. It was just causing weird like, it's like they couldn't, it's like the what was absolutely weird is the fact that it wasn't affecting the actual capture, it was only affecting what I was seeing. So like the screen would go blank as if like the screen wasn't able to communicate with like PS5, but like the Elgato was able to like communicate with the PS5. So you'd think it would literally just be the screen having to communicate with the Elgato, but changing the settings in the PS5 fixes it. So that's what makes it like like. Technology is weird. We've got our best time there. Still went off the track. Come on, Rob. Fix yourself, you know. And actually, you know, brake and turn for that corner properly. The other annoying thing is I ordered the bloody green... did I mention this last time? I don't know. I ordered the green screen. The face cam. I mean, I can do the face cam if I want to. It doesn't really matter, but I just didn't want whatever's in the background, like the wardrobe and other stuff that's behind me, in shot. You know, a lot of people when they do face cam, they either have like a blank wall or they have other things, and I don't really, yeah. So I got a green screen, and annoyingly, I don't have the. I don't have the I need a sort of stand thing. Now I've sort of figured out a way to do it, which is very you know, cheap ass gamer sort of esque, you know. The way I've figured out that I'm going to do it is because it stretches long enough so it reaches a curtain rail, so I can attach it to the curtain rail. That's fine. And the other side is that because the way it mounts to like the stand is just like Velcro, so that either wraps around something or whatever, and then it just clips onto the actual thing. So what I figured out is if I put a sort of, I can get what, I don't know what they're called specifically. They're like things you can get in, like, at first I was thinking like I'll just get 2 hat stands or coat stands, but coat stands are expensive. Like, I looked at how much like the stands are for the green screens, right? And the green screen stands are like 50 quid, and then I was like, oh well, I can just cheap out, and I'll, you know, for 50 quid I'll be able to get 2 hat stands, because that's the thing, you only get 1 stand. It'll be 100 quid. Like, no, not when I've spent the rest of it, or, you know, a lot on the rest of the room. I was like, okay, I will just cheap out and I'll get 2 hat stands and, or coat stands, whatever you want to call them, and I'll just get those and they'll be fine, and, you know, problem solved, I guess. No, hat stands are expensive. Hat stands are like 40 quid each. When did they get that expensive? I mean, presumably they could get some from a charity shop or whatever for a lot cheaper, but yeah, kind of ridiculous. But then I was sort of thinking, well, if I can attach it to the curtain rail, and if I just get one of those like sticky things that you have in bathrooms that, like, don't know what to describe them as, but I have them in like the bathroom. They like stick on the wall and they like hold like keys and stuff, or like they hold like curtain tie backs and whatever in place in other areas of the house. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, if I get one of those, they're just I just get one of those. Right, okay, we get a gift card. Oh, we get multiple Porsches. So I'm going to guess that the next thing that we're going to do is Porsche related. The next, you know. What the, I forgot what the menu book, that's it. We're collect level 16 now. Right, okay, level up. Right, let's exit that. Are we going to get a, like, gift token for doing that? That would be quite nice if we did. Yeah, I don't know what the things are called, but I'm gonna try and get one of those and then attach it to the wardrobe, and then it will hang the green screen up. It's gonna look proper jank, but you know, I'm gonna do it right. Excellent work, you won the Pan American Championship. I've also got your reward ready too. Grab it, yes, 4-star roulette ticket. New menu book, upgrade your Porsche. Okay. Okay, so we need to get it to 650 pp. Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of dumb that I thought it would be like, oh, enter the thing and then win the other 2, but no. That's not what the actual event is. Anyway, I'm going to go get my 2 menu, my 2 rewards. Gifts. Yes. I guess that's for the driving. Why did it? Oh no. I was going to say, why did they expire a minute apart? No, that's not. That's 11 minutes apart, Rob. Anyway, see if this gift. Come on, give me something nice. Oh, it almost gave me a Porsche. Huh. So, like, wow, thanks. What's weird is that actually there's sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. Some sort of like speckling effect that's happening, but it's not happening on the capture, so you guys won't be able to see it. But I'll see if I can fix that in between the 2 things, because I sort of noticed it during the race, but I was kind of so focused on racing it wasn't annoying me, but I can really see it on this black screen here. Unless this is just the monitor going back, which that'd be quite unlucky considering it. Well, to be fair, the monitor is quite new, so. Oh, of course it's going to give me a tuning part. Didn't even see what it was because I could just click through it. I was just so disappointed. But yeah, I've been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for thank you very much for watching part 27 of Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5. I will see you next time for more. Ta-ra.